Hi. Oh. Okay. Instagram don't want to. I don't know why. Hi Reshaper, what a fantastic day. In today's very stream, I want to share with you how to become an achiever. Do you want to achiever? Do you want to become an achiever? Yes or not? Comment box down below because I'm kind of curious. What are you thinking about being an achiever? And you know what an achiever is? Yeah, it's a go-getter. You know, you want to have something, you get it, right? And you go and get. You want something, you go and get. You want something, you go, you get. Okay. So basically, if you want to become an achiever, what you should do, the first thing you want to do is you want to change the tool. You want to change the tool. Now, I do apologize for Instagram, guys. No Instagram today. Okay, no props. Yeah, you want to change this tool. What kind of tool I'm talking about? Well, right now, when you're using a tool to achieve something, for example, you doing editing or something like that. I mean, you don't want to go and like straight away go to another editing platform. You can do it. You can upgrade to people are using like Adobe Premiere Pro or something like that. I mean, most YouTubers are using Premiere Pro because it's pretty stable and pretty good. And I mean, you have to pay like $20, something like that, in a month to use it, which can be kind of tricky if you don't generate any income right now, like myself. And the thing is, how to get it? How to get the achiever? How to become an achiever? Well, there are many ways. But first of all, you have to change your tool. You have to see if your tool is old. I mean, your tool has brought you where you are right now, right? And when you feel like the feeling of stagnation, nothing is moving forward, well, maybe this is a tool you should upgrade from to this to another tool. Maybe you can see what you can kind of improve on, but when you see, okay, I can nothing improve, then you have to change the tool. And to change the tool, you have to watch for people in your same niche you are and see like, hey, they are doing this way. And maybe you try it out and just copy paste, because many people are copy pasting, okay? Before you create anything, you have to copy other people. And this is just the truth. And we have learned something different in school. And this is actually the biggest pitfall, which was learned in school, that we don't have to copy anyone. You have to copy everyone, basically. And the better your copy, the better you are off. Just look at China. I mean, they're copying everything, right? They have their own Mercedes copied and everything, and Apple copied. And I mean, so many things they had copied. And the economy is just amazing there. And I mean, yeah, this is what you can do, copy, right? See what someone is doing. I mean, you can add your own flavor to it a little bit to spice it a little bit up, but just see what people in your same niche are doing and just try to use the same tools people are using, especially in another. For example, you are this level, you want to go to another level, see what people are doing in another level, not the same level as you are, but another level, higher level than you are, and just use the same tool that people are using. Okay, now, this was with a tool, because, I mean, this tool doesn't bring you further. This is the first thing you can change. Now, another thing is, to achieve a goal, you have to act as you've done it before. Really important thing. I mean, you have a goal right now. I want to achieve this goal. I want to go there. But the thing is, you're saying, hey, man, nobody does it before me. I don't want to be the pioneer. And yet, you become like kind of afraid of this unknown, of the darkness, of the mysterious thing that you haven't been there. And nobody has been there, especially when you're pioneer, when you're trying something new, right? And the thing is, when you act in your brain, especially when you're kind of afraid to go on this, when you act in your brain, when you program your brain through constant affirmation every single day for 90 days at least, and then you get this programming in your brain that you've done it before. Even you haven't done it, you program yourself, you have done it before. And the thing is, you have to do it in the past tense. When you program yourself, do it in the past tense. I have done it before, okay? And when you do it in the past tense, your brain programs, and then your body acts more confidently. You have the confidence to act, and to execute with full energy. Because I know what you mean. Like, hey, you are afraid that something bad will happen because you haven't been tapped in this kind of area, and everyone has been there. And some people are teaching like, hey, you have just to try it out and see what comes out. Okay, yes, you can do it when you're not afraid of. But for people who are afraid of the unknown, you have to program your brain and tell to yourself, I have done it before. Every single day, program it. Okay? And in past tense, really important thing. So you can naturalize it and make it your own. Now, as I told like maybe 100 times, is where your focus goes, energy flows. Really important thing. When you focus goes, energy flows. When you focus right now on negativity, just ask yourself right now, just right now. You're sitting there, right, and watching myself, and dude, where you're feeling right now? Do you feel positive or negative? Which one of this? Nothing in between. There's nothing in between. Just positive or negative. Which one? Just answer this question. If it's negative, you have to switch it on. You have to switch it towards positivity. You have to reframe the wording, put other words instead of negative words, and make it a positive statement. And even right now, when you feel in a bad situation, you feel in a war situation, some people from Africa are calling me like, I am war situation, can you leave me money, something like that. I say no, because I don't want to give them the road. I don't want to give them the fish, I give them the road so they can fish, okay? I just teach how to fish. I don't know give the fish. Because when I give someone the fish, what will happen is people become addicted towards the fish. And this happens pretty fast. So I don't want to people make the mistake of getting the new addiction towards the fish. So I give them the road. And when you feel in really bad situation, you have to focus on the good things, even in the bad stuff. And as I told you before, like, hey, like this exercise where you have to write down the 10 things of this, and also in the end to take 10 things of the biggest teacher, aka the person who you hate the most, who you want to kill, who you cannot stand the face of this person. You just want to go and just step inside of it, right? Or just punch inside of it. I mean, it's like punch face, right? The face I want to punch. Like, you don't know why, but you want to punch. I mean, sometimes it happens, right? And the thing is, if you hate this person more than everything else, you have to, exactly by this person, you have to find something positive. And more positive. Same goes for the situation. You feel in the worst situation ever. You are caught up in a prison, and I mean, you cannot be in a prison when you're watching myself, but just imagine you call it a prison, you've been taught, you've been torturing every single day, and you have to eat shit, and you don't know when you die, and everything is just the worst thing ever. And even then you have find yourself the good things. Even then you have find yourself the good things. Very, very harsh. But when you find the good things, the energy goes, where the focus goes, energy flows. Again, you are manifesting good things in your life. Simple as that. Okay? Now, next thing you should do is, I have forgotten. You know the astral plane? You know what the astral plane is? Like, everything just happens first of all in the astral plane, right? Some people can tap on it and get information. Some people just think our thoughts are on the astral plane, okay? And when our thoughts are there, they are thinking. I mean, this mental plane, but it's another, like, a little bit thinner plane, which is the astral plane. And our thoughts are tapping. Some thoughts can tap into the astral plane and takes the hyper thoughts, like from Elon Musk and stuff like that, and imply it, right, to the universal consciousness, how Napoleon Hill is talking about this, like the astral plane. And people are taking information from it. And on the astral plane, when you think something, it manifests. It becomes real. And the thing is, when you think something negative about yourself, about others, it becomes real. It becomes real. But when you see something negative, it gets back to you, even for 4 times, 5 times harder than you have ordered. So beware of your own words and of your own thoughts. In fact, we human beings have the most powerful computer in the world, which is our brain. But I think, and we don't use it. We use just my 3% of this. Not 93%, we're 97% of the whole computer we are not using. Just imagine it. You have a 3 terabyte computer and you're using just, I don't know, like 3 gigabytes of it. Just imagine it, okay? This is how we use our brain. We use just one gigabyte, something like it. But this is how we use our brain. We have from this 1 terabyte, we're using just 3 gigabyte. Just imagine it. This is exactly how we're using our brain. We are the most powerful computer in this world. The thing is, nobody gives us, especially when we're grown up, the manual how to use it. Back in the days, I mean, now a computer is pretty easy, but back in the days, like Windows 98 or whatever, like the whole internet, like 96K modem, like with sound and stuff like that. But when this thing happens, people, first of all, they were afraid. They don't know what to do, so they are tapped into the manuals and really carefully watch the manuals, read the manuals, how to use a computer so they don't crash the computer, right? Or how to use the internet so they don't get any viruses, not get any other stuff. Okay? So, this is exactly what happened back then. Many people use the manuals, but we have the powerful computer right now here, our brain. Our brain is the most powerful computer. Full stop. And the thing is, we don't know how to use it. But some psychologists, like thanks to NLP and other techniques, have figured it out how to do it. Some kind, okay? It's not 100%, but it's some kind. So when you use it, it will help because it has helped like thousands of people back in the days and still helping people, to get rid of some stuff. And some of the techniques people are using even in like FBI and stuff like that. If like the elite people are using it, why shouldn't you? All right. In the astral plane, when you think something, it will manifest. So beware of your thoughts. One thing. Another thing is, don't sell your happiness to cheap. Really. So many people are selling their happiness cheap. And your happiness cannot be cheap. Because it's your own happiness. What I mean by selling it cheap? Well, if you're a girl and your mom said, hey, you have to get married because it's your happiness. It's the happiness of a woman to get married. So why don't you have a boyfriend? Why don't you have a partner? Same goes to me. Or to man. Why don't you have a girlfriend? It's a happiness to man to be married. Guess what? It's just brainwashery from society based on prejudices that were adapted somewhere in the past and they were told to your parents and for your parents' parents, from parents' parents to parents' parents over generations. And those kind of conception is still there. And when the concept comes here, to tell you just the same old story. But it's simply not true. Your happiness is your own thing. It's nobody else. It's just your own thing. If your mom said, hey, your dad, he tried to be a lawyer, it was his dream, but he couldn't get it because of his health. So I want you to become a lawyer. It might be because it's your happiness. It's again bullshittery. It's not your happiness because you haven't chosen it. Someone hasn't chosen for you, but you haven't chosen it for yourself. Therefore, Don't ever, ever, ever sell your happiness too cheap. Because your happiness is your happiness, nobody else's. And guess what? Like I Am Legend, everyone is dead. What will happen? Who will take responsibility to give and say, this is your happiness? It's not your happiness. Guess what? So many people who are rich are not happy. Why? Because they follow someone's steps who has told you should do this. Now they're rich, and they're not happy, they're not fulfilled. I mean, they can't buy anything, but they can't buy happiness because they're doing the things they don't liking. And this over years, over decades. Sometimes even a whole lifetime. Don't waste your life. Don't waste your life. And don't waste your time with this kind of things. Same goes for social media. So many people are acting, hey, we are so rich, everything is cool. I mean, you might say your inner feeling like, hey, I advise this person and I want to become the same. Even you might be not conscious of it, but your subconscious might think, hey, I want to be the same. I want to get the whole Lamborghinis and stuff like that. But when you ask yourself, meditate on yourself and ask yourself, hey, is it even my stuff? Is it even my happiness? If your whole self, if your own self says yes, go for it and get it. If not, you don't need it. You're not to copycat anyone. Okay? I mean, you can copy anyone's thing, how people are getting there, but don't copy anyone's happiness. Because your happiness is your own thing. It's the most important thing in this world. Your own happiness, okay? And your own happiness doesn't mean, hey, my happiness is my children. No. Your children aren't your happiness. They are not. It's again a perception that someone has told you that it's happiness. It is more like having the children, having your child there might make you happy. But not the child itself, but a feeling of caring for someone makes you happy. Dig deeper than just saying, hey, my child is my happiness, my dog is my happiness, my car is my happiness. Happiness is nothing materialistic. It is within you. And you have to find it yourself. You can see like people how they become happy. You can see it like, okay, just as a small blueprint, but you don't want to copy this blueprint. I want just to see it as reference. And thank you for watching Yamamoto Shoji-san. I really appreciate it. So don't ever, ever, ever sell your happiness cheap. Okay? Next thing. Create an identity that shows the desires or result in the patterns you want to have. Okay? Create an identity. How are you doing it? By past wording affirmation. That you already have it. In the first place. In the second place, affirmation of your own talents that you already have. And we say, no, man, I don't have any talents. And then ask someone, hey, what can you speak? I can speak English, French. Languages is your talent. We just don't aware of it. Sometimes we just sell our talents too short. But they aren't. In fact, you can monetize every of these talents. I've told you back in the days what my talents are. My whole talent tree, I have told you. You can find it also on my YouTube, by the way. My whole talent tree. What I'm all about, what I'm a human being. So I become 100% honest with you guys. Okay? So, and talents are really important. Everyone has talents. You don't tell me I don't have to. Everyone has talents. You have just to find them. You have just to find them. If you don't know what your talents are, ask people who are around you. Ask your wife. Ask your friends. Ask anyone. Or the best thing is, you ask yourself. Meditate on it and ask yourself what your talents are. Find references, find examples, and just boost them. When you boost it in your mind, what will happen is, it's like the same experiment where people are throwing like this 3 meters, like this 3 meter shot of in basketball. And I mean, sure, and they get actually better results than people who are training. The same can you do too. You can train your own thing more frequently than you do it actually when you use it. And this is where you get the confidence. And this is where you can really make this diamond of your own, the diamond of your own skill, of your own talent. And when you got it there and shape it and polished it, this is where I become a true achiever. A true achiever is not a follower. It's someone who has built his way, his own. First, you can start to follow someone, of course, just to have references. But the references are not forever. Because those references are there just to find yourself. And a true achiever is someone who has found himself and using his own skills, nobody else's, his own tweaks, and he is doing it. He's doing a thing. When you know what I mean. Okay? Awesome. Now, just close your eyes really quick. A little bit go back in the time. Just see. Just remember the time you were absolutely motivated to do something, to achieve a goal. See how you look like, see your posture, see how you're breathing. Try to a little bit embrace it and feel it right now. Because I don't want you to see this thing, the whole thing, from eyes of the past, but eyes of right now. Remember, we have to always maintain being here right now, otherwise our own lifetime will flow away. So I don't want to do that. Instead of watch the past from right now. And try to see the posture, the feeling. And try to pull the past self where you were the achiever towards right now. And now you want to feel how your body starts to change. Do you feel it tingling? Do you feel it gets a little bit brighter? This is your true self in the highest state. Okay, you can open your eyes. Tell me, how do you feel? Do you feel better? If yes, comment down below. I'm curious. Now, do those kind of exercises, really easy exercises, will bring you a faster manifestation of what you want to have. Because you don't just watch it, but you pull it to yourself. You become one. Same you can do also with your future self. But the point is, even doing the future self and past self, I don't want you to go with your mind towards the future and your soul. Your soul and mind has to be right now, always. Instead of going back and going front to the future or going back to the past, I want you to pull the past to now or pull the future to now. and feel it. This is how we're doing. Try it out. Okay, Rishabh, I hope you got some value from it. So smash the like button, comment in the comments box down below what's some thing I picked up so far. Also, I do these videos close to every single day, excepting Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. And also, I do these videos not just on YouTube, but also Facebook, Instagram. You can find myself also on Twitter and also on TikTok. Currently, I have talked about like 20 minutes so. And you can also you can also find myself on TikTok, where I have done exactly the same video, but in 1 minute. I have talked the whole thing that I just telling you in 1 minute. If you want to have the short version, go on TikTok and you can find myself too. If you can't speak Japanese, I'm also doing right now a little bit of a gaming live stream on not on Twitch, but I'm doing it on Mildem. It's a Japanese platform. If you want to go there, you can find myself there too. Awesome. Okay. In the end, I just want to make a mass shout out to Yamamoto Shoji-san and 2 people on YouTube. Have an awesome day, and as always, do not lie to yourself. Super passion now. See you tomorrow.